All right, folks, for you who've been waiting on the 4070 video, this is it. Uh, if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, I am testing out Monster Hunter Wilds on three different laptop platforms, all from ASUS. I'm going to be testing it out on a G14 4060. I'm going to be testing it out on the RTX 4070. And I'm going to be testing it out on a RTX 4080. So this is a 4070 video for you those of you that have been following along. Um, what I'm doing here is just some basic stuff. Disclaimer: I'm not an expert on Monster Hunter Wild performance, data files, so on and so forth. I'm just sharing what experience I'm having with the system. Right? It's a rainy day down here in Alabama, and it's a good day to do this. Can't go outside and golf, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna create a little video and let's see what y'all think. Okay. So loading up, you see my FPS in the upper left corner of the screen. You'll see it sit around there. I have it capped at 60 FPS. You'll see it go above and so on and so forth. I think that's the boost. I'm not sure. But you can see this will give you an idea of the level of detail I'm getting by default. Let's look at the secrets. If you look at your secrets over here, if you look at the left shoulder, when you're getting poor video performance, it's going to look more like smooth polygons and feathers. So that's one thing I noticed. I'm going to go ahead and pop in the tent here because I'm going to go out in the area. You're really interested, I imagine, to see what it looks like out in the real world. I'm going to grill a meal real quick. Watch the frying pan. Did you see how that texture took a while to pop in? That's one place. These are all places I noticed performance differences. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the environment to plenty in the daytime. The reason I'm doing this is to give y'all it gives you a lot more detail in the shadows and the ambient shadows, things like that, where a lot of your detail comes from. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna show you all the settings, okay, that I'm currently running. These are the settings way up as soon as I quit hitting the wrong dang thing. These are the settings that were kind of recommended for my rig. I'm running at 3440 times 1440. That's my current 21.9 monitor I'm plugged into at home. Got the frame rate capped. Let's go ahead and uncap it and see how high it'll spike. Okay. So let's go see that. Hopefully OBS can keep up with it. Right now I've got OBS at 60 frames, so if it overruns, you'll forgive me. Okay, then I'm going to go over here. Here are the specs on this current PC. I'll let you read through them. The important thing to notice there is that VRAM number. It's on a performance bar on the top. Monster Hunter Wilds is currently using 4.82 gigabytes out of my available 7.7 gigabytes on the graphic settings high. Now I want to show you one thing. If you're thinking about running the high-res pack, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to kick it up. Watch that bar up at the top when I kick in the high-res pack. That's significant. That's 2 gigabytes more by going to high-res textures. I want you to notice something else. First of all, do you see a difference from where I was? Second of all, did you notice what happened to my FPS? When I get in a fight and not just standing around, that makes a significant difference. Okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. I'm going to do this on high and not high definition. I'm going to do this on the high settings. Make sure everybody's got a good feel. So give me a second here. Get the settings back. I don't want glitches to occur. By the way, if you're thinking about kicking it to Ultra, let's do that just so you see the difference. Now you know that Wilds is actually taking up 7.06 gigabytes. That's gonna cause problems. What kind of problems? You're probably going to get about 25 to 30 frames a second. That's been my experience. I'm going to kick it back down to high. So that gets rid of the high resolution pack. Graphics still look great to me. No stutter when I spin, that sort of thing. I'm going to do one more thing. I thought I did it, but let me do that. Let me get over here. I thought I have waited for it to be daytime. Let me try it again. So I'm going to rest. I'm going to say I want plenty, and I want the time to be daytime. Thought I did that. If I already did, apologize. I'm not a professional content creator. I'm just a guy passing on some information on laptops right now. Okay, so now we're at daytime, and you can see it's easier to tell what kind of graphics we're getting. Okay, I'm sitting at 67 FPS right now, just running around. Let's do a couple of things. I got a new controller, so bear with me. I normally run a Turtle Beach Stealth, but it's been kind of acting wonky lately. I think it's pretty close to end of life, so I got my Microsoft Elite 2 out. And the bumpers, I use paddles, and they're in different places than I'm used to. So give me a second as I search. Apologize for that. Okay, you can see we've got some pretty good stuff going on. Let's get cooking. Let's see what happens in frames. We're running 50. Oh, there's my favorite murder chicken. Let's go talk to him and let's see if my frame rates are good enough. Notice the detail on the murder chicken. I like fighting the murder chicken and the Chattanooga because you can really tell the definition. One has feathers, the other one has warts. So you get to know with the shadows, that sort of thing. Oh, come on, murder chicken, don't be that way. Don't be that way with me. I'll block your tail. I will. Oh, there's your face. I remember your face. So you can see we're consistently getting 40 to 50 frames a second. No stutter to speak of. I'm not doing all that in this one. I'm not focusing on killing this murder chicken, but I'm an average hunter. Okay, so he's going to heal me. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump back on the secret, because this video is not about watching me kill a Q-Matrix or whatever the heck that murder chicken's called. But I'm going to show you some of the other elements of the graphics. You can see the grass details, really good. Shadows have depth. Is that another murder chicken? Is that two murder chickens? Oh my gosh. Ooh, man. It's hard to pass up two murder chickens. Oh well. No chicken tonight. No chicken tonight. Hey, I don't know how you doing. I'm going to take you into this kill box. Oops, shouldn't have said that. Well, I'm not going to get monetized anyway, but this is the place where the murder chicken tries to trap you so they can kill you. That sort of thing. And now the automatic moderator is going to say, oh, he used that word, that unalive word. I'll probably get a notice about it. Anyway, oh, look at these murder chickens. Man, I got to get back on this some other time. Okay, but again, this video is not about the murder chickens. Not about me fighting the murder chickens. Let me go up and let's say we're going to go return from quest. Okay, so you can see water's pretty good. One note you want to know, I've got ray tracing off. That's part of a recommendation. Ray tracing makes a significant difference in this on this platform. Again, this is the 4070. i9 processor, 32 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM. Okay, another thing I want to do real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it up to Ultra, and I'm going to go back out and fight. It's going to be real quick, and it's going to be painful to watch, I'll warn you. So you might want to shield the eyes of young children, as they say, because this thing is going to really buck me when I try and go Ultra. Okay, the first thing you notice, I'm going to kick it up to the highest settings you can get. Okay, take a look at that thing up there on top. Monster Hunter Wilds has now taken 7.58 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty much everything my card can output. First thing you notice, look at my frame rate in camp, 27. Textures, unbelievable, right? But herky-jerky when I'm running. Notice that before you only had just a single thing of sand that didn't have much as far as the looks on it. That one's got a little more detailed. I'm not a big fan of sand anyway. Oh man, what am I doing here? Sorry, gotta quit talking for a second so I can figure out my simple brain can only do a few things at a time. But now it's looking like you'd expect it to look. And the reason I say that is I'm playing it on a 4070. So if you're thinking, wow, maybe if I tweak around on a 4070 I can get all the way up. Oh man, now it's got a murder toad with a tempered murder toad. Jeez. Anyway, so I'm getting 24, 26. I mean, if you're used to 30 FPS games and you want all the definition, you can do it, but, you know, come on. To me, that's not acceptable. Can I tweak it and hunt? Well, there's a few things you can do. First two things you can do, take off ray tracing. If you're running ray tracing, I don't see a significant difference. Oh, come on, Sawtooth, don't be that way. Second thing's take off the high texture wristband. Now we've taken down significantly. You're going to notice the frame rates jump. We still got pretty high, right? So I'm on ultra settings. The only thing I've done is I made sure ray tracing was off and I took out the high res. And you think, well, if you take out the high res, what's the sense? There are other settings that are higher quality in ultra. But I'm just telling you some mediocre settings. If you don't mind running at 30 to 40 frames a second, and some people don't, there's your spins. Hey, I can game at this if I wanted to. Couldn't capture video and put it on YouTube because people go, hey, why you got the herky-jerkies all of a sudden? Anyway, but you do get a good level of detail. While I'm on this ultra setting, I think I'm out of, I got out of the hunt. I can't remember. I think I did. We're fixing to find out, as they say. I want to go over to the oil well basin before I finish this video and summarize it. I want to go to Azuz the Everforge, and I want you to pay particular attention to the ground. I'm going to put back on the high-res pack, which is going to slow my frame rate down a little bit, but I wanted to show you a difference. Okay, take a look at what we got. We're on ultra settings right now. Don't know if you noticed it, but when I was first sitting on the secret, everything that looks like stone and metal in there, all those patterns were blurred. And it took a second for them to pop into sharp. That's another thing you got to consider if you're going to do a 4070. When you have subtle levels of difference, it seems that the detail pops in a little bit lower. But you can see, I mean, hey, I'm getting acceptable frame rates. It's not great, but you know, the longer you play it, the more you're going to find your particular settings. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get out of custom, and I'm going to go back to oops, big mistake. Go to high. Okay, when you switch from one to the other, it's going to highlight what's changed, you see on the left. In addition to your VRAM usage, it has changed my upscaling mode from quality to balanced. It's changed my texture filtering quality to high, and it's changed my mesh quality to high. So there's some things that happen there. It changed my sky cloud, shadow distance, and ambient occlusion. Okay, go play with those things that change. You might be able to get some combination of them that is going to give you the performance you're looking at the frame rate you're looking at. One word of caution: screenshot stuff before you start playing around. Nothing worse than getting that perfect setting, sitting there getting mid-40s, mid-50s frame rates with great quality, and then not all of a sudden forget how you did it and what you changed, so on and so forth. So that's my advice on that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop back real quick to the base camp and the Woodward Plains so y'all can see the detail a little better. Again, I just switched back to the regular high settings. I'm picking up some good frame rates again, you can see in the upper left. Okay. So let's get in here real quick, get to an area where I can get clear of all this stuff. And I'll give you just a little summary. This is a summary of what I've found. Okay, Griffin, you hang out over there. I'll be back. What I've found with the 4070, will it play wilds? Yes, it will. Will it play it at acceptable quality? Yes, it will. Will it play it whether it's docked or not? Yes, it will. Would I recommend buying a 4070 to play wilds? Depends. First of all, if you're going to pay $2,000 for one, I would not. Prices are dropping on it. And I've seen them go as low as, I saw a G14 with a 4070 go for $1,200 recently. That was a Best Buy, and you know their prices are a little higher than everybody else. Would I buy it for $2,000? No, I wouldn't. Here's the reason. A 4070 is going to play wilds. Is it going to play whatever the Iceborne equivalent DLC coming down the road? I don't know. And if you're going to lay out big dough, I wouldn't do it. However, if you're just looking for something inexpensive to run wilds, this is a good option. Okay, so again, leave your comments down below. Hopefully the people that replied to my benchmark video, I've helped you out with some settings. If you have any other questions, I love to interact with folks. I'm not the biggest expert in the world, but if I can help one person out, that's a good thing. Go ahead and leave a like. I'm going to start producing a lot more videos regarding wild. I wasn't very active over the last 5 years because I've been playing World and Iceborne, and really there significantly weren't that many people playing it until we got back to World. So you're going to see a lot more videos. They're not going to be expert builds, fighting videos. They're going to be tips, tricks, perhaps, stuff like that. So if you like that sort of thing, also hit subscribe and notify. I appreciate you watching this, and we'll talk to you later.